Okay, gang, as I'm working on this Camaro project, I wanted to show you something. Now, this is one of the tools that I've used over the years. I've used it at the body shop. Of course, I have one at home. And what it is, this is a throatless shear. This is available from Harbor Freight. It's not that expensive. You can even see it says throatless shear, made by Central Force. Relatively cheap. Of course, it's made in China. No big deal. If you look, this is all it does. It's like a great big pair of scissors. Okay. Now these are very, very, very handy when you have to make custom shapes. As an example, this is a filler piece that I'm going to use in the Camaro. The hole I made was a little bit bigger than it needed to be, but it gave me room to adjust and make fitment work for the wheelhouse. So this is going to be a patch. What I've done is I've traced it onto a piece of scrap sheet metal that I had left over. This is from, I think, from one of the 65 Mustangs. So I always hang on to little pieces like this. But let me show you how this throatless shear works. I'm going to follow the line, and I'm going to cut as close to the line as I can because the template matches what I need. But you can see all I'm doing is feeding this in, and I'm rotating the part as I cut the sheet metal. And it's kind of like using a big pair of scissors, like I was saying. And then and there's really not much effort. I mean, it zips right through this stuff. So there's a basic first cut. I'm going to just cut off this side over here. Now this next cut is going to be a little bit trickier because the line is going to feed underneath of the shear and I can't really see it that well. So I'm going to cut it, and it's going to kind of deform the metal just a little bit because it has to push away as it makes the cut. And I'll show you that when I get it out. So I've cut most of the way. As you can see, hopefully, there's my little patch. So there's the template and my patch. And then what I'll do is I'll smooth out these edges, trim it down as necessary, make the final fitment into the car, and then weld this in. And that'll take care of the little filler piece that I need to do for the wheelhouse. Hope that helps. And there's the end result. I did the basic cutout with the throatless shear, and I did some final blending and trimming to make it fit exactly like I wanted it, and then I tacked it in place, and then I'll finish welding that later. But that's the advantage of the throatless shear, is you can get a lot of material cut off and get it close to the size you want, so that you're not having to fight with it with a grinder or a sanding disc or something. Just thought I'd give you a little tip.